Welcome. My name is Rosemary Cappiello. Ro, you know I like to be called that. And this is the meditation on our 7 spiritual tips to help you live your most authentic life. Now, I just want to say this. I've been putting it on Monday emails, and it is also on the front homepage of my website. The downloadable free ebook on your 7 spiritual tips. That way you can download them, you can have them on your computer, you can print them out if you want, and you can read them, because I'm finding that the more that we do that and remember that, the more grounded they become in us. All right, so let's start with, what is an authentic life? An authentic life is a life that you were born to live, meaning before you got to this earth, before you picked out this beautiful body that you're in, the parents that you would be born to, the circumstances in which you would be born, the geography, the culture, the religion, the upbringing, all of that. When you were standing on the lines of heaven as a spirit, deciding to come to this earth plane, and you were picking out all these things, you wrote a life plan. What you wanted to do, what you wanted to learn, what you signed up in service for, what you were to accomplish, the potentials that could be fulfilled, and certainly not all of them do, but let's hope that at least one of them does. And this is, when you live in according to that, you are living an authentic life. When you are living from a place of what you think or from your ego, you're not living authentically. When you live from what you think, it might feel nice, but it will feel one-off. It won't feel true. When you live from your ego, it will feel like a fate instead of a destiny. It'll feel like you are somehow defeating yourself, going in the wrong direction, sabotaging even, or just not living authentically true to your nature and yourself. We also, before we come in here to this life, we bring with us our talents, our skills, our gifts, our abilities from maybe other times that we lived, if you subscribe to past lives, or in other time periods or events that you had mastered some things, you would be bringing that in with you in this life. We call that the South Node in astrology. And please don't think I know too much about that. I only know a tiny thumb cap full of that, or thimble full of that. We're going to have Jack on to do an astrology webinar in June, and he can explain a lot better. Anyway, we come with that. And then sometimes, too, what we do is we take any unfinished business with us, or any lessons that we haven't learned, or emotional things we haven't worked out. We bring that into just to try and get some of those things done. But again, they would still be falling under the category of authentic life, because that would be going with the life plan. I had a woman today, lovely, lovely woman. We were doing an intuitive reading. And I said to her, I can see that you're very artistic, or a designer, that you've always been this, that you couldn't not be this, and that, you know, you have to live your life in according to that. So she tells me that, yes, she's a makeup and hairstylist, and she works in the TV industry, and that she's a designer. And she said that at one point she tried to work in the UN as an interpreter, which is a very noble job, a wonderful job, but it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't her right job. It wasn't where her soul had chosen. It was where maybe her mind thought, this will be good, I got a skill here, or I have a talent for this, or I can make a good living at this, and you know, have a good pension from this. And her spirit was having none of that. It had its own plan, and it got her there. Now, this is the thing. If we let our spirit guide us, this is what we're going to really try and get done tonight. If we let our spirit guide us, it will just lead us where we're supposed to go. things will unfold. We'll do things we won't even know why we're doing them, but it will unfold for us. And divinity will meet us halfway with that, or if not more. When we are coming from what we think, we can still accomplish that. It might be a little harder. It might be a little bit more of a struggle. But with will, we can get that done. Tenacity, discipline, that'll get it done. But it won't